Welcome, brothers and sisters. Have you ever come to that point in life where your heart feels tired of waiting? You've prayed, worked hard, believed and hoped, yet nothing seems to change. It's like the heavens are quiet and every promise feels delayed. Time feels like it's working against you, not for you. And right in the middle of that silence, when your strength begins to fade, God whispers something simple but powerful: just relax. Everything will come to you. When God says relax, He isn't telling you to give up or be lazy. He's teaching you to trust. The biggest act of faith is not found in doing more, but in learning how to rest while you wait for God to move. Many people think peace comes after everything is fixed. But true peace doesn't wait for things to go right. It's the gift God gives before everything falls into place. When you relax in God, you begin to live in the rhythm of divine timing. You stop chasing, you stop forcing, and you start allowing. Because what belongs to you cannot miss you, and what misses you was never meant for you. God knows exactly when to connect things, when to open the right door, send the right person, and release the right opportunity. The moment you stop trying to control everything and simply trust His timing, miracles start to flow naturally. So many people live with anxiety, not because God is late, but because they are early. They rush ahead, trying to make things happen by their own understanding. When their plans fail, they start doubting His plan, but God is never late. He moves with precision like the sunrise, not a second early, not a second late. When God says relax, He's not saying quit. He's reminding you who's in control. You are not the source, you are the vessel. You are not the provider, you are the receiver. When this truth sinks into your heart, fear loses its hold and anxiety begins to fade. The storms of life may still roar, but your spirit stands still because you know who calms the waves. God controls both the wind and the water. He knows how to bring peace to chaos and purpose to confusion. Many of us panic when God is silent, thinking He's absent, but silence doesn't mean He's gone. Silence is often the sound of God working behind the scenes. When you can't see progress, it doesn't mean nothing is happening. It means God is laying the foundation where your eyes can't see it yet. A seed under the soil looks dead from the surface, but life is forming underneath. In the same way, your blessings are growing in the soil of patience. God hides greatness in waiting seasons, and those who can stay calm in unseen moments are the ones who later walk into visible blessings. Relaxing in God doesn't mean doing nothing. It means standing in quiet strength. It means trusting His timing over your impatience. When you rest in Him, you're saying, God, I can't see it, but I still believe you're working. That kind of faith moves heaven. God's power flows best where there is peace. Worry blocks miracles, but calmness invites them. Maybe right now you're waiting for healing, for a breakthrough, for an answer. And God is whispering again, just relax. You don't need to chase what I've already prepared. You don't have to beg for what's already yours. What belongs to you is already written in heaven. It's only waiting for the right moment to show up on earth. The more you rest, the faster it comes. Faith and peace work together, but anxiety and fear slow everything down. The world says hustle harder, push more, never stop. But God says the opposite: rest more, trust more, and align your heart with mine. His blessings are not earned by exhaustion, they are received through alignment. When your heart aligns with His will, you stop striving and start flowing. You understand that what is forced will never last, but what is received through surrender will stand forever. You can try to make things happen in your own strength, but it will leave you empty. When God does it, it comes with peace and it stays. Think about a river. It doesn't fight to move forward. It simply flows. Yet it reaches the ocean every time. That's how life works when you trust God's direction. Every time you panic, you step out of the flow. Every time you relax, you return to it. Living by divine rhythm means trusting that every delay, every detour, and every closed door is part of God's current carrying you exactly where you belong. God never asked you to figure everything out. He only asked you to trust Him. When you stop needing to understand and start believing, your life begins to open up. Suddenly, doors that were once locked start to swing wide. People who forgot you begin to remember your name. Opportunities that once seemed impossible begin to appear. When you surrender, you attract what was chasing you all along. Sometimes God will slow you down not to punish you, but to protect you. What feels like a delay may actually be His mercy. If He gave you what you wanted too soon, it could destroy you. You're still growing into the person who can handle the blessing. That's why He tells you to relax, because your rest is proof of your trust. When you can stay calm in the middle of chaos, heaven takes notice. When you stop worrying about what's beyond your control, God begins to move what you couldn't move on your own. When you truly relax in God, you no longer feel the need to compete or compare. You no longer chase validation from others. You walk in quiet confidence, knowing what's meant for you will never miss you. People may ask how you stay peaceful in such storms, and you'll know the answer because your anchor is not in this world. Your peace doesn't depend on outcomes. Your confidence rests in God's unchanging nature. Everything you're waiting for is already on its way, but God is watching how you handle the waiting. Can you still worship while you wait? Can you still speak faith when nothing seems to change? Can you still rest when everything in you wants to rush ahead? That's what separates peace from panic. Those who trust relax. Those who doubt exhaust themselves. When God says just relax, everything will come to you. He's not giving comfort, He's giving direction. He's calling you into a spiritual realm where effort turns into trust and striving turns into surrender. It takes courage to trust when you can't see. It takes strength to rest when everything in you wants to take control. But remember this, what you are struggling to fix by force, God can finish in a single command. What drains your energy can be solved by His word. Nothing in this world can stop what God has destined for you, not people, not setbacks, not time. The only thing that delays peace is your own worry. That's why He says relax, because your anxiety doesn't move Him. Your panic doesn't change His plan, and your frustration doesn't affect His timing. What moves God is your faith. Heaven responds to trust, not fear. Many people spend their whole lives trying to earn blessings, but God doesn't bless stress, He blesses surrender. To relax in God is to sit in assurance that everything with your name on it is already being arranged. Every opportunity, every open door, every breakthrough is already on schedule. God is simply waiting for your heart to be calm enough to receive it. The more you chase, the more it runs, but the more peaceful you become, the closer it comes. Desperation pushes blessings away, but peace pulls them in. God can't fill hands that are clenched in fear. The moment you open your hands, He begins to fill them. Sometimes God closes doors not to hurt you, but to save you from lesser things. You might cry over what failed, but later you'll thank Him for it. Some closed doors were actually divine protection. If they had opened, they would have broken you. God sees what you can't. He knows what would waste your heart and time. That's why He says, relax, you didn't lose anything that was meant for you. If it left, it wasn't yours. If it ended, it wasn't part of your divine story. When you learn to rest in God's wisdom, you stop asking, why? And start asking, what are you teaching me? Every delay hides direction. Every disappointment carries guidance. Every no is preparing you for a greater yes. You'll look back one day and thank God for both what He gave and what He withheld, because His protection sometimes comes disguised as rejection. There's deep peace in realizing that your timing is not better than God's timing. He sees the full picture. You only see one piece. You might think you're ready, but he knows what's still being built inside you. Sometimes he holds back the blessing until you are strong enough to carry it. When you are mature enough, when your faith is steady and your heart is grounded, what once felt delayed will arrive right on time. Relaxing in God is not laziness, it's alignment. It's the choice to trust more and worry less. You don't need to chase your destiny, it will chase you when you walk in obedience. You don't need to beg for recognition at the right moment. God will place your name in the right minds and rooms. You don't need to rush love, the right soul will find you without struggle or confusion. Even when you feel forgotten, God is preparing things you can't see. He's speaking your name in rooms your feet haven't entered yet. He's aligning hearts, arranging steps, and setting the stage for your arrival. If you knew how carefully everything was being prepared, you would stop worrying completely. Waiting is not wasted time, it's where faith grows and trust deepens. Waiting is where your roots go deeper, so that when you finally bloom, you can handle the weight of the blessing. God doesn't make you wait to hurt you. He makes you wait to shape you. There's a rhythm to how God moves. Like ocean waves that rise and fall, blessings come at their appointed time, never too soon, never too late. When you're anxious, you fight against that rhythm. When you're peaceful, you move with it. The person who moves with God's rhythm lives in a constant flow of favor because peace is the highest form of trust. It says, I believe even when I don't see. Life will test your peace. You'll face storms, doubts, and delays. But when those moments come, remember God is not in the chaos. He is in the calm. When you choose peace, you choose power. The world might call you passive, but you are walking in unshakable faith. Sometimes God lets pressure build just to show how strong your faith really is. It's easy to trust when things are easy, but real faith is proven when nothing makes sense. When you trust at that level, no storm can break you, no delay can discourage you, and no rejection can define you. So if your heart is tired, if your season feels long, remember this: your time will come. Don't lose your peace before it does. The enemy wants you restless and worried because a restless heart can't hear God clearly. But a peaceful heart can. A relaxed soul becomes sensitive to divine whispers. Peace is your power. Rest is your weapon. Calm is your confidence. When you're calm, you can hear destiny approaching. God gives his blessings to those who wait in stillness. Everything meant for you is already written with your name. No mistake, no person, no delay can stop it. The only question is, will you stay peaceful long enough to receive it? God doesn't want you to suffer. While you wait, he wants you to grow. Every time you choose peace over panic, you move closer to your promise. Every time you rest instead of worry, heaven takes another step toward your destiny. When you truly relax in God, you stop begging and start trusting. You stop fearing and start flowing. You stop doubting your path and start walking with quiet assurance. Your life is not random. It's written by divine hands. Every page, every pause, every delay has meaning. And one day, when everything comes together, you will look back and understand why God told you all along, just relax. Because nothing was ever late. It was all perfectly timed. The pain prepared you. The waiting strengthened you. The silence shaped you. So breathe, brothers and sisters. Let go of the weight. Trust the one who holds your story. Everything meant for you is already on its way. Thank you.